Shalom Mishpachah. Welcome to Hebraic Awakening. My name is Tina, and we're going to talk about, do we keep Moedims in captivity? Okay, so there's a lot of talk on whether we should keep the Moedims while we are in captivity. Was it just for our ancestors' time? So we are going to dissect this and see if we could come up with the answer. All right, let's look at Genesis 1 and 14. Elohim said, "Let there be lights in the dome of the sky to divide the day from the night. Let them be for signs, seasons, days, and years." So, we're going to take a look at this word seasons to see if it really means spring, summer, winter, fall. Let's look. And when you use your HTML when you use that resource, you click on the word season and you're going to get Moed. And it means a festival, a signal within an assembly or to a congregation. And it is from the Hebrew root word yahad, meaning to meet at a standard time. It also means an engagement for a marriage or to betroth. So when we look at this word for seasons, it's not about the four seasons, but it is in fact about the Moedims. So let's critically think here for just a minute. If we are in the beginning of the book and we see that Yah is creating, and he said, "Let there be lights," and then he said, "These are going to be for signs, seasons, days, and years," we can safely say that these feasts, these festivals, this signal, it was done before Adam. It was done before man. So these Moedims are set before anything. They were set while Yah was creating. So we can safely say that the Moedims was before us. So this is something that should be kept forever. Okay, we're just looking at the text. We're in the beginning, and a good student, you will always go to where you first see a certain word in the text. All right, so let's look at this other word, sign, right? Oath. It means a signal, as a flag, beacon, monument, omen, prodigy. It is evidence. It is a mark. It is a miracle. So all of this is tied into a Moedim. And when I am studying, I am always trying to look up words in the English to make sure I have a good understanding. So a monument is a statue, a building, or a structure erected to commemorate a famous or notable person or event. This word is tied to a sign. We also see an omen, which is nothing but a prophetic utterance about good or evil things to come, right? So when we look at the word for sign, and it is grouped with Moedims, we can safely say that these Moedims are pointing to something very prophetic and very profound. These are futuristic Moedims, okay? And we're going to see that as we continue to celebrate that even though the Messiah came and he was the Pesach lamb, he still has another part to play with other feast days, okay? He still has a part to play. He still has to fulfill the prophetic prophecies concerning the feast days. Now, when we are looking at Hebrew words, we want to know what it means in the Hebrew pictographs. So we're going to look at the word for sign using the Hebrew pictograph or the ancient Paleo Hebrew, right? So sign, you will see it spelled two different ways. You will see it spelled with an aleph and a tav, or an aleph and a dalet. So we have the strong leader, the aleph, which is Yah. We have the tav, which is that tent peg that connects the tent to the ground. So it's a nail and it's connecting something, which is the covenant, right? And we have the dalet, which is a door. So when we put these Hebrew thoughts together, we get the strong leader who was nailed to the covenant tree, or we get the strong leader who is the door to the covenant. And it all points to who? Yahushua. I have said it time and time again. Yahushua is the living, breathing Torah. He is the very essence of Yah. And some have argued that he cannot be Yah himself, but he is the Word. The Word is the very essence of Yah. So when Yah is speaking, he is speaking Yahushua every time. Why? Because Yahushua is the Torah made flesh. Okay, so this sign, okay, it is a prophetic utterance of the Mashiach coming, and he has already come, but he is coming again. Let's look quickly at Genesis chapter 18 and verse 10. So we all know the story of Sarah and Abraham, and the angel was telling her that she is going to have a baby, right? So I wanted to look up this time of life. And when you use your resource, htmlbible.com, and you click on that word time, it's going to pop up as oath, what we just dissected. So instead of the translators rendering it as a sign of life, they chose to render it as a time of life, right? But when you look at this Hebrew word oath, and it means a sign, now we can see the prophetic omen of the Messiah's coming through the seed of Abraham, which Sarah birthed. You know, you cannot be studying the Bible in its original language, okay? We have got to understand how important it is. You may not be able to speak Hebrew, but you should be able to study as best as you can in the original language. There's so many resources, and we have a plethora of information on the internet, and we need to study while we can before they take it all away. So these moeds point to the rehearsal of the future wedding with Messiah. We have already studied that to be engaged, to be betrothed, all of these words coincide with seasons and signs. And that holy convocation, it is a rehearsal. So we are to gather together to have a holy convocation, a holy set apart rehearsal of these Moedims. Now, can we keep them exactly as our ancestors? No. Okay, we are in captivity, and the Most High already knew that. Remember, he established these Moedims from the beginning. So trust me, he already knew we would be in captivity. So we can't keep it like our ancestors kept it, but we can rehearse to the best of our ability, because we are practicing for a wedding with the Mashiach, with the living, breathing Torah, with the very essence of Yah himself. We are getting ready for our wedding. So I really hope this helped you. I hope that it sparks you to do your own study. And if you celebrate the feast or not, that's between you and the Most High. I am only here to present the evidence, okay? So I hope that helped you, because it surely helped me. And this is one of the reasons why I have been keeping the feast for 12 plus years. All right, until the next video, shalom everyone.